The second chance theme has been largely confirmed by Survivor production to be returning someday, so I decided why not make a Dreamcast as if this was Survivor 45's theme. I got myself and 9 buddies together, and each of us picked one male and one female to fill out the cast. There were only 2 rules. The contestants can't be winners, and they can't have played twice or more. Firstly, I went as old school as you can with Greg Buis. Everyone has wanted him back, and what better way to have him than on a second chance Dreamcast. He created the infamous pick a number jury question, was such a delightful character on screen, and literally created a phone out of a coconut. I mean, that's gotta count for something, right? And we're calling him backup because also on my list is Carolyn Weger. Despite being at the opposite ends of the Survivor spectrum, I thought Carolyn was an absolute joy on Survivor 44. She's a girl after my own heart with a loud personality and a deep love for orgs. Considering many in the community feel Carolyn was robbed, it'll be a good test to see how well she can do on the return. But since this YouTube channel is gaining more awareness in the Survivor community, I decided to do what any good YouTube channel does and pass the work on to other people while claiming all the credit for myself. It's genius. With that said, please keep in mind this video will have smaller to larger creators featuring in it. As a result, if you enjoy a particular YouTuber's commentary in this video, then be sure to check out their content. All their channels are linked in the description.
Thank you, Bandit. So, first up, my pick on the male side is Marty Piombo from Survivor Nicaragua. To me, he's such a fun character, and the fact that we haven't had him back yet is pretty unfortunate, but I still feel like he's a fun character, someone that plays the game really hard, someone that comes off as pretty schemy, but also someone that has plenty of fun moments, like trying to convince Fabio that he was his chess grandmaster. So I definitely would like to see Marty back. And then on the female side, I want to go with an old school pick, and here we have T-Bird Cooper from Survivor Africa. I feel like T-Bird was ahead of her time, someone that was willing to make flips happen after the merge until things got in the way, such as Brandon flipping back due to Frank's homophobia. But I still think T-Bird is someone that would be very interesting to see return, and I'm sure it would make a lot of the people at RJP pretty happy. But those are my picks, and thank you for having me.
My friend Bandit, I first need to say thank you for including me in this amazing pass or play project. But dude, I don't think it's fair I'm picking third here, especially since you stole my pick with fan favorite player Carolyn Weger. I guess I'm gonna need to take a different approach, and with that, going with fan turned favorite of Survivor with season 16's Natalie Bolton. It hurts my brain to think Natalie was never given another opportunity to play Survivor, and with so many years since her first appearance, I think she would do very well. And with the dudes, I'm taking a similar approach and keeping it fairly old school with Shane Powers from Survivor Panama Exile Island. I'm hoping and praying that Shane would say yes to Survivor, but honestly I highly doubt it with being asked and later rejected from so many seasons, including the original Survivor Second Chances.
Thanks for inviting me to take part in this very special video. Firstly, I would like to nominate Survivor's very own Vanilla Ice Baby, Chris Noble. Chris played in Ghost Island and brought so much early entertainment. He believed he was dominating the game early on and had a memorable rivalry with one of the game's best one-time players in Dom. I think Chris, who took the loss with class when he was outplayed, would bring a fun element to the game, and I do think that if you're once a competitor, you're always a competitor, so I would love to see what he could do on a second outing. Secondly, I would like to nominate Ellie Scott from Survivor 43. Ellie for me was a personal favourite from her season. She showed a great ability to deliver in confessionals and had grand plans that were cut short by Gabler. I would love to see if she learned from her mistakes the first time out there, since I do believe there is a good player within her.
Hello Bandit, how's it going? I for one don't mind picking so late because I was positive nobody was taking my picks. We know how much Survivor loves their lovebird, so let's bring back one of the most forgotten ones. I am choosing to bring on both Eric and Jamie Huffman from Survivor China. While neither were ever the main center figures of Season 15, they both provided as smaller underdogs and each had their fair share of fun moments, like when Jamie became the first player to play a random object thinking it was a hidden immunity idol, or when Eric was asked by Jeff if he was still a virgin. The two of them got married a few years after the show, and I think bringing back an under-talked-about married couple would add a fun dynamic to the season. At the end of the day, I really just like Survivor China, so bringing on these two was a no-brainer.
Sydney from Survivor Go Wrong has always been my #1 pick to make a return ever since she played. An underrated powerhouse player, controlling where things went on the Bronze Tribe, and then controlling where things went once the merge hit. Aside from the tie of it all, I dare to say Sydney is the main force that took down Scott and Jason from their cartoon villain pedestals, not to mention being a fire-making challenge away from potentially winning the game. Don't fact check me on that. Give me second chances again, and Sydney might just be my winner pick. I love throwing curveballs. Give me Dreams from Survivor Fiji. He deserves a second chance from everything that he gave us on the islands of Fiji. Dreams came into the game homeless his first time and kind of thrived. Despite all the love Earl and Yowman get on that season, I'd argue the season was about Dreams' story, all coordinating with the Kara fiasco and breaking millions of viewers' hearts in real time. We've never seen anybody like Dreams play Survivor since, and we'll never see it again. Unless Dreams gets that chance to play again. Look at me with a straight face and tell me you don't want to see Dreams play again. You're lying to me.
Thank you for having me on your channel, Bandit. My name is Once Upon an Island, and the man I would like to suggest for this video's cast is Sammy of Survivor 43, who is only 19 years old, but told everyone he is 22. Why should he play again? Did you not hear what I said? He is only 19 years old. I know that now technically he's not 19 anymore, but he's only 19 years old, and Sierra voted out her own mother. The woman I would like to suggest for this cast is Claire of Survivor 44, who elevated the strategy of the game to a whole nother level. She saw two-time winner Sandra Diaz-Twine and her sit-out bench strategy and said, actually, I can do that better. Unlike Sandra, who competed in so many immunity challenges over the course of her career, despite sitting out so many as well, Claire refused to participate in any immunity challenges, and this ticked off Jeff, and if I could get a cast of people who have ticked Jeff off, that would be lovely.
What's up, Bandit? I'm honored to be here, even though I'm picking pretty late and some really good castaways are already off the board. For my first pick, I'm gonna go with Danny from season 44. His aggressive play was so fun to watch, and he was having a blast while he did it. I want to see him head back out there with this experience under his belt, find out if he could take his game to the next level, much like the players he emulates, such as Boston Rob and Tony. For my second pick, I'm headed all the way back, season 1, Colleen Haskell. She was young, smart, a witty rebel. She tried to form an offensive against the majority alliance, but she was not able to prevent the ill-fated pagonging. She was only 23 years old the first time she played. What would it be like 23 years later? A whole lifetime for her. When things are more dynamic and moves can be made, people aren't voting alphabetically. So there's my picks. Danny, a new era player with an old school mentality, and Colleen, an old school player who would stand her ground in this new era.
It's a running joke that all attractive pre-merge women are Rob goddesses who deserve a second chance, but there is one person in that archetype that I truly think would relish with the second chance, and that is Chelsea Walker. Chelsea was in a good spot in IOI, as she was in the majority alliance with an idol in her pocket with a tribe swap looming. But for basically no reason, Missy and Aaron got the case of big movitis and took out Chelsea, with even the editors not being able to explain this move, hence they made up the Dean and Chelsea showman storyline instead. I really do think Chelsea deserves, and most importantly, would do great with a second chance, dare I say, a possible Wentworth 2.0. My male pick is Matthew from 44. I mean, seriously, the guy played one of the best pre-merge games ever, and it truly is a big what if in recent Survivor history on how Survivor 44 would have turned out had he not fallen off the rock. So between a freak accident and getting screwed by big movitis, I think Matthew and Chelsea are the perfect fits for the second chance cast.
Okay, so when it comes to picking just 2 players for a second chance, I look for 2 major factors. How much effort did they put in to deserve a second chance? And were they robbed? Which is why I have Devin from season 35, Heroes, Healers, Hustlers, as my first pick. Because he likely wins if he beats Ben in fire making, or if fire was never discovered. And you know, given it was such a surprise twist, and he was otherwise really good, that's kind of a tragedy. Yeah, I think he deserves a second chance. And then, for my second pick, this player basically put the season on their back. Basically fed the entire merge tribe all season. Basically scaled 50-foot cliffs free solo. And, need I remind you, single-handedly got the ball rolling on women finding idols in the game. Only to then unnecessarily dunk on Allison with said idol, but we're not really talking about that. I have Angelina from season 37, David versus Goliath. Yeah, give me good TV.
Phew, I'm back to Northern Ireland. In total, me and my mates produced this cast to make the ultimate Second Chances 2 cast. How did we do? Who did we miss, and what would your dream group of 20 be? Make sure to let me know down below. Links for everyone's channels are in the description, and they make fantastic high quality content, so check them out. Who knows, you may find your favourite content creator. Nevertheless, stay safe, have a great day, and peace!